I am Santani and I am coming at you with some more Warframe content. In this video I will be showing you guys my basic tutorial for secondary weapons. As a reminder, if you are new here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all my videos that I'm doing. Right now it is still 2 a week. Schedule is still wonky to say the least right now. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I do definitely fall into the category of Warframe players that seem to forget I have secondary weapons. It's usually primary or melee, or nothing else. But I have worked on some of my secondaries. For the most part, I just like the melees. They all follow the same build. Again, things you're looking for to change things up is 20 to 25% is where I like to see the critical chance if I build for crit, and then 20, 25, 30% for status if I'm going to build for that. For this one, I'll use my twin Rogas because I think they're the ones I've built the most. I've only put one form into them. I do need more, but like I said, I have a tendency to forget I have secondary weapons and therefore hardly ever use them. So don't feel like putting a lot of time and effort into building them when I don't seem to use them. But just like with melee weapons, you'll want your Hornet Strike, which is your flat damage mod, which I don't even have mine max strength yet. So I like to use Lethal Torrent because I like having that multi-shot and the fire rate in one mod. Especially on the twin Rogas, they're shotguns, so the multi-shot is definitely nice to have on those. And then Seeker for punch through. I love having punch through on all my primaries and my secondaries. So, and then on the bottom you see here just 4 flat elemental mods that aren't even max strength on my secondaries. Like I said, I haven't put that much work into my secondaries, but this is a general idea of where the builds go, and this is where I would recommend you taking your builds. Other ones, like I probably honestly would just, for the last mod on here, I would probably just use Gunslinger for a faster fire rate. Granted, on the twin Rogas with a magazine of 2, faster fire rate is relatively useless, but I don't know, mostly because I don't think there's anything else on here. I need maybe stunning speed just for the reload speed, but the twin Rogas reload fast enough anyways. So it's my biggest issue I think I've noticed with the secondary weapons is the mod selection, or I'm missing a lot of them. I don't know, the mod selection just seems bland. A lot that fall into the relatively useless category in my opinion, as far as like getting as much damage as possible. Other ones I've worked on, I mean, working on my Ballistic Prime, but that's not even back up to max rank. So my Magnus, again you see Lethal Torrent, Hornet Strike Seeker, and then this one I actually did build for crit, so I have Pistol Gamut and Target Cracker on there for 55% critical chance and 3.2 multiplier. And I was also going to do a hybrid build on this one where I built 4 crit and status. But again, like I said, need more foremen, need to put more time into them, and all that fun stuff. But that's a general idea. I mean, it's pretty cookie cutter, very similar to what we saw with the melee. You want your flat damage, you want, I mean, I prefer having punch through, and the fire rate is nice, and the multi-shot giving you a chance for, especially with the Magnus, you pull the trigger once, you have a chance of firing 2 bullets instead of just the 1, therefore extra damage. The critical chance was high enough that I decided to build for it. Status chance was high enough I decided I was going to build for that and make it just a hybrid weapon. Other fun ones like there, 5%, 25% status. I suppose you could build for status on that one, because I was building status on the Magnus and their default 20%, so, or no, 5% status on the Akjar, 20 status. Aklex, 20 and 10, 25 and 25. The Azima, I wouldn't build status or crit on there, and we'll take a look at that, and it's just pretty standard Seeker, Hornet Strike, Gunslinger, Lethal Torrent, and then elemental mods. Very simple straightforward build. Pretty much every one of my secondaries has it. This one I think I did build for critical, or just higher critical. Yeah, I did build for critical for this one. And status apparently with stunning speed. I don't know what I was building on this one, so I think that was a work in progress. Fostos, 15 and 5, Ballistic Prime, 20 and 20. So you could attempt a hybrid build on that one. I don't remember if I was going to or not. 2.5, 5. Imbalist is a very short-range beamed weapon, so I mean, status. Technically, it's status per second the way it fires. So, Neil, an interesting little gun, 20% critical chance. It is fun to build a crit on this one, because when you get the headshot, it turns it into a scope pistol that becomes rapid fire and increases its critical damage and uses no ammo in the time that it's scoped. So if you keep getting headshots, you keep firing, you keep not using ammo, you keep getting higher critical damage, you keep getting all sorts of... It's a fun little gun. Definitely recommend building crit on that one. But other than that, everything's pretty much just cookie cutter. You got your flat damage, you got your punch through and multi-shot, you got your attack speed, you got your punch through, and then you got your elements, or your crit and your dual status elements. That's basically about it. It's best advice I can give you. You'll probably see the most return out of your damage building that way. Some of the like silence mods I would not recommend using, especially on any of the weapons. Just takes away from your damage. But beautiful thing about Warframe, you can mod things and play however you desire. So let me know down in the comments what build you guys are using on your secondary weapons. And as always, I thank you guys so much. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell next to it to get notifications when I post videos every Monday and Friday right now, and give that like button a little tickle, and I shall see you guys later.